Hey, family. Hey. What's going on? What's going on? I know it ain't been that long, so I said a long time no hear from. I hope you will. I'm just messing with you. Only 60 games played. I'm feeling good, y'all. I had some type of little stomach bug that wasn't giving. I have y'all. So I had to go back to New York and take care of some stuff. And then I was gonna come back to Tennessee after I got done. So it required for me to be in New York for 2 weeks. I had to take care of some stuff because of work and then some other business I had to, just stuff I needed to take care of. So I went back to New York. Flew back in. I actually flew this time. Sometimes I drive. I flew in and me and my daughter both were there. First day it was good. It was all right. Stayed in an Airbnb because I pretty much my lease ended, so I had to go back. So with that being said, um, went to the Airbnb. It was good. Had good flight. Ended up staying in New Jersey. I didn't stay in New York. So get into New Jersey. It was good for about a good couple of days, and then all of a sudden a bug hit me like I ain't like a train, and I could feel it. It was like the day of the presidential debates. That's when it got started, and I said, "What is this?" Had the chills. Couldn't shake the chills off. The more I tried to shake the chills off, the more I was, trying to get, myself together. The worse it got, and it was uncontrollable chills, where I was just chills. With y'all know I can't talk. Where I was literally teeth were chattering. I was that cold, and nobody else in the room was cold but me. So I went and took a shower, got ready, was getting ready to go take a go to bed, and it got worse. It got so bad that I told my daughter, I said, I gotta go to the emergency room. It's just that bad. So we went to the emergency room in New Jersey. Keep in mind, I don't know nothing about the demographic of New Jersey. I've been in New York for the past 2 years. I don't know the lay of the land. Found an emergency room. It was fairly decent. Went to the emergency room. They did all the, blood work and whatnot. And they said, well, we don't see anything wrong. Um, Everything came out normal. I said, this is crazy. They did COVID test, flu test, blood test, everything. Nothing. And he said, maybe a little virus. Go back home. Went from, had another night where I had the chills, couldn't shake it off. Them chills turned into a stomach ache that would not give, y'all. Every time I moved, I was in pain. I mean, I had to literally tiptoe to keep from being in pain. So that was day one of that. I said, okay, I'm gonna shake this off. The next day, I said, okay, it's easing up. It wasn't giving. Still the same. Said, I gotta go back to the emergency room. Decided to not go to New Jersey, but go to my normal emergency room if we've ever gotten sick, we had to go to, which was an NYU Langone emergency room. um, and they couldn't find anything wrong. Did the blood work, urine sample. Jersey did a CAT scan of my head because I kept saying I had chills and a headache. Then my stomach ache, they did a CAT scan of my stomach. And it felt that bad. It felt that bad. So yeah, I pretty much was praying to God saying, Lord, please, this ain't the time for me to check out of here. Now, I'm not ready. And that's my exact words to her. I was like, I'm not ready. So I was just sitting there. So we went back, and the lady was like, your blood work is fine. CAT scans of your stomach is fine. Your liver enzyme seems like it's trying to, I guess increase it. And they trying to fight some off. So she said it was an underlaying virus that my body was trying to fight off. And It's not detectable at all. If it's not detectable, whatever going on, it's not detectable. So talk to Sheila, and Sheila was like, "Your body's fighting somehow. Plus, you not eating right." And I admit it, y'all. I don't. I'm not. I don't eat the best. And when I eat, I hurry up and eat because I move so much and so fast. So made a conscious decision to make a lot of changes with how I eat, and I've been doing pretty good. My stomach is coming back to itself. Um, it's coming back. I still have, a little queasiness. I don't have much of an appetite anymore. Maybe I lose some weight. So, but I'm drinking a lot of water. Um, I'm not really drinking any sodas or anything. I'm kind of staying away from the juices. I had some coconut water today, which was not tasty at all. My daughter loves coconut water. I'm good on that. But I mainly just drink water, a lot of water now. Um, so I mean, I'm feeling a little better. I'm feeling better. I'm feeling much better. It's just I had I had slept. I promise y'all, I slept for 3 days. That's how I slept that first day when I came back from emergency room, the second day, and then third. I slept, y'all. I've been sleeping nonstop. So yesterday and today were the first days where I've really been active since back when they did the Trump election, the whole Trump and Biden debate. And that was what, a week ago? What's that? Yeah, a week ago. It was this time last week when I was in the emergency room. So that shows you how fast this week went by for me. So I have slept nonstop. And like I said, the first day of me coming back, trying to get back to myself, um, I was good yesterday. And then today I'm good. I for some reason it's almost like the super bug. I ain't gonna say it. Whatever, I'm not eating that pork meat. Um it zapped my energy. And I'm just now beginning to get my energy back, but I can feel it. And yeah, it took a sister on through. It took me through, honey. I promise you, I was like, Lord, I ain't ready to come yet. Don't come get me yet. I still got work to do. My daughter, I was just talking to him, and I guess he was like, "You are not going anywhere. Just let's get past this." So I'm cutting back on a lot of things that I used to eat. Um, want to try to do more smoothies, incorporate fruit, pull back so much from the table. I don't eat as much anymore since I got sick like this. Like I got sick, I don't have an appetite at all. When I say I don't have an appetite. So, but I'm feeling better. But man, I don't know what the heck that was. I just know, yeah, it was bad. But what made me mad, I got sick right when I was getting ready to talk about the debate because I was going to rush home and I was going to plug up my laptop and I said, we got to talk about this debate. Because before I got sick, I was watching the debate. And I was actually in Brooklyn. I was in Brooklyn when I was watching it. And y'all, I promise y'all, I was sitting there watching it and I said, yep, it's going downhill from here. Both candidates, one is a liar and crazy, and the other one don't know what day it is. I said here and I said, this all y'all got? Y'all, I said that then the stuff that they were arguing about just didn't make sense. Did not make sense at all. They ended up started talking about golf. I said, when did we start talking about golf during the debate? One called him said that Biden said that Trump like prostitutes and all. It was horrible, y'all. But what's going on right now? The country is scared. Both sides are scared. The Republicans not so much as the Democrats. They're very scared right now because they don't have another candidate. They don't have another candidate, and the best the Republicans can do is Trump. And this is it's a very interesting time. I'll say, somebody said no more crawfish boils. Y'all are hilarious. So it's like the current president right now is going through a mental decline. But y'all, we saw this a year ago that this man was slowly but surely slipping. Um, when you look at his facial expressions, he looked like somebody that just needs to be sitting at home with a blanket, with his feet kicked up, eating soup and watching TV. Literally, that's what he looked like. And his nurse coming visiting him. That's what he looked like. That's what Biden looked like. He was fumbling. He looked confused. And I was just like, oh my goodness. Now keep in mind, New York, when you go to certain areas, it's predominantly Democrat. And they were in a room playing as if, oh, he's fine, he's fine. And I was watching because I was at this restaurant watching it. Because for some strange reason, my TV and my Airbnb ain't working. So I'm sitting and I'm like, they don't see the mental decline of the current president. Current president looks like he don't, like I said, don't know what day it is, what time it is, what he ate right before the debate. He don't look like he can't remember none of that. And they literally, it's like they watch him to make sure that he does not lose it. Because we knew it was something wasn't right from that slip when he was running up them stairs. Was it up the stairs into I think it's Air Force One, and he slipped and fell, and there was nothing there but air. And you're sitting there saying, this man can't walk up some steps. Ever since that happened, they've been kind of watching him. So it's like, and I got a couple of things to talk about, y'all, because something else didn't transpire that I want to see, have y'all heard about. But let's talk about it. Hold on. I don't know if they letting people play the debate, because I heard through the grapevine that CNN is trying to strike people who attempt to play the debate. So because I'm dealing with YouTube being real sketchy with me, I'm not gonna play it. So y'all see how that's the only debate that I heard of. So you see the decline. So let me show y'all something else. Hold on. Hold on, y'all. I'm trying to find it. Hold on. Hold on. Good people. How y'all doing? I'm moving a little slow today, y'all. Like I said, I am just trying to get my energy back. And so I'm moving a little slow. So just bear with me. I'm moving slow like Biden right now. Well, no, I don't receive it. I'm just joking. I'm joking. So another thing that's going on, there's a fear that something could transpire on U.S. soil. And I've been kind of listening to certain people talk about it, where they have a fear that it's going to be something that is going to happen within the U.S. And it's going to happen within U.S. soil. And if it happens, it'll be it wouldn't be good. It wouldn't be good. Let me see. Let me find it. Here it is. So before I start playing video, let me do this so I don't have no problems. All right, here we go, y'all. Y'all know how we do it. Let's see. Let's see. Go to my album. Here we go. Okay. All right. So, copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, new reporting, teaching, scholarship, education, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Y'all, I couldn't get the words out. So before I start playing videos, we've cleared that part up. Let me change this little nice banner of mine so I don't get struck with anything. So let me see. Let me cue up this beautiful bean footage.
Multiple U.S. military bases in Europe are on high alert with concerns of a potential terrorist attack targeting personnel or facilities. U.S. Central Command sharing that alert yesterday, saying naval drones used by the Iran-backed Houthi rebels present an imminent threat to U.S. and merchant vessels in the region. But despite concerns coming out of the Middle East, European bases included in this alert, with one military official stationed in Germany saying they have not seen this threat level in at least 10 years. So joining me now is retired Marine Intelligence Officer Hal Kempfer. Hal, thank you so much for your time on this. First of all, how significant is this heightened state of alert and what likely triggered it?
Nicole, it's very concerning. Basically, what it is, it says there's an imminent threat of attack. It's not localized to any particular base. It's throughout the what we call the European Area of Responsibility, EUCOM or European Command. All the bases there have gone to what's called Force Protection Condition Charlie. It's not the highest force protection condition, but it's very restrictive. If you were to look at what's happening at the front gates and around the perimeters, you would notice a big difference of what's going on. So it is significant. Now, what could have triggered this? That really, at this point, we don't know. But obviously, some sort of intelligence, some sort of information that there was a threat. It could have been something they picked up online. It could have been that they had somebody in custody or talked to a source, a human source, that said they were planning some big attack. It could be from completely outside of Europe. It could be something that emanated from some other part of the world, maybe the Middle East or somewhere else, saying that Europe is under threat of an attack, and they didn't have the specificity to say which base or which installation would be attacked.
So Hal, talk about how this changes operations, especially because you say, you point out the fact that this is not localized. How does that further complicate what happens?
Well, it changes the lives of certainly all the active duty personnel that are stationed in Europe, but also their families. It restricts what they can do, how they can do it. Maybe could be they were part of.
So right here, they're just worried about U.S. military bases under terrorist attack. The interesting part is it's a lot of things that's transpiring. I speculate, possibly there are things that's going on that they're, and we all know. I'm just saying it's just for the sake of. There are things that are transpiring that we have no idea. I tell people this. I said the day that they fully let us know is the day that they would have to get the National Guard out on the streets, because it'll go into mass chaos. When you got people that are so comfortable with the system and you're telling them that the system is under attack and it's a serious threat, that's when you will see people cutting up sideways. Huh, interesting enough, 4th of July, and it's about the storm outside. That's interesting. but 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 it's just ironic. It's ironic that we're seeing these things, but they're telling us so much. After we get done, I'm gonna show y'all something that just transpired, and y'all tell me what y'all thoughts are. But let's get done with this.
Of a summer camp or something, part of a base in Germany, well, they may restrict that. They may say, no, let's not go out there because they could be too high profile a target or potential target. On the bases themselves, they would restrict, say, non essential things. For example, the barbershops might close. A lot of the people who work on base are not US citizens or not members of the military. They're local residents, if you will, that work on the bases, and they work in things like
You just confirmed something I've been feeling. I'm almost wondering if this is the last peaceful 4th of July that we ever have. I am not prophesying anything, but I'm just wondering. I don't know. I feel it, you know, and yeah, yeah. I've been kind of feeling that.
what we call chow halls or cafeterias, those might be cut back. Those might actually be shut down in some cases. So it really disrupts everyday life for every U.S. person associated with the Department of Defense, U.S. military. And by the way, I think this will probably go beyond just the military. I'm sure they're looking at all government, U.S. government personnel facilities throughout Europe in terms of what's happening.
And how this is going to seem like an obvious question, but why is it necessary to elevate the alert state when it is not specific? Because don't our service members always need to be vigilant?
Kind of crazy. Well, they do, and that's actually something they train them all in. There's actually mandatory annual training on force protection that they have to do, or I should say, anti-terrorism measures that they have to be involved with. But in this, it takes physical precautions. Everything I just mentioned before, plus all the gate security is increased. They'll do extra things at the gate that they wouldn't have done. They'll stop every vehicle, they'll search under the vehicles, they'll scrutinize, they may actually look inside the vehicles. They're going to increase, patrols on the perimeter. All of these things, they may actually put physical security at some of the housing areas in ways they didn't have it before. All of this is to protect our personnel and protect our installations throughout Europe at a much higher level than it would be normally.
Absolutely. Yeah, we want to keep those service members, the personnel safe always. Hal Kemper, thank you.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find News Nation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe.
So, all right. So, y'all, that's interesting. Very, very interesting. The most interesting part is this. Whatever happens, I think it's going to be internal. I think it's going to be things that we have no idea what's going on. They'll never tell us truly what's going on. So, have y'all heard about what happened in Arkansas? Hit one, yes. Well, hit yes. Well, type in yes if you know, no if you don't know. Do y'all know what's going on in Arkansas? What happened in Arkansas? I think on July 2nd. Don't say what happened. I got to play the video. Y'all have not heard. Y'all have not heard. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Okay, so I gotta hurry and get back on the game. So okay, so y'all have ever heard of General Dynamic Corporation? Have y'all ever heard of General Dynamic Corporation? Y'all know what that is. So it is they provided, let me make sure that we call out what they do. So what they're about is they provide war materials. I'll say that much. They offer things like, they provide things like, is an organized for group. They offer things for aerospace, marine systems, combat systems, and technology. It's a business that provides the infrastructure for it. And I'm trying to see, they never really tell you what they do. But you know what General Dynamic is, right? So they provide, we offer broad, this is what they say, this is the things that they offer. They offer a broad portfolio of innovative products and services in business aviation, combat vehicles, weapon systems, and IT, what is it, Unanis? I hope I'm saying it. And shipping repair. So they offer all things when it comes, a lot of things when it comes to warfare. Yeah, like Raytheon. So yes, they build warheads. So I'm gonna share something with y'all. They're not talking about this on the news. This happened on July. Let me see if I can get a good article on this. This happened on July 2nd. And I want to say Camden, Arkansas. Let me share. I'll play this one. Hold on, y'all. Let me get the queued up. Let me get everything queued up. Y'all know I'm moving a little slower. So fair use. Let me make sure I keep saying it. Fair use. So an explosion happened at Arkansas's defense weapons plant.
An explosion at a defense weapons plant in Arkansas injured at least 2 people and left another missing. The explosion happened at the General Dynamics Ordnance and Tactical Systems plant in Camden, about 86 miles south of Little Rock. The company initially called it an incident involving pyrotechnicians, but later claimed it was an explosion. The company did not provide details on the extent of the injuries that have occurred. Meanwhile, the State Department of Emergency Management has stated that it is monitoring the situation and ready to assist, but did not provide any further details. With me on the broadcast is my colleague Brian Anthony Thomas with more details. Brian, over to you.
Yes, Pia, well, an explosion occurred at the General Dynamics Ordnance and Tactical Systems plant in Camden, Arkansas, roughly, which is around 86 miles south of Little Rock, which injured at least 2 people and leaving another missing. A complaint also that the company spokesperson said, and now initially described as an incident involving the pyrotechnics. The company later confirmed that it was an explosion, and at that time they were working with first responders and can confirm the incident, resulting in at least 2 injuries and 1 missing individual. Even stated by Berkeley Bailey from General Dynamics, and even the company is cooperating fully with authorities as they investigate the incidents, and production at the affected building has also been paused. Yes, the details on the extent of the injuries were not yet provided, but the State Department of Emergency Management is monitoring the situation and is prepared to assist as needed, but has not released additional information. One patient was also treated at the
This happened July 2nd. This happened here 2 days ago. The defense weapons plant exploded. How and why? And has anybody heard any details of the cause? And that's my question. I'm gonna go here real quick because I saw something a little bit better.
Wayfair's 4th of July clearance is happening now. Save
fair use
and get it all with fashion.
Well, thank you for joining us tonight at 5. I'm Rolly Hoyt.
And I'm Faith Woodard. We begin in Calhoun County, where an explosion at a defense contractor site this morning injured 2 people, and officials say 1 person is still missing.
THV 11's Brooke Buckner spent the day in Hampton and shows us what she found out.
Yeah, Rolly and Faith, this is still an ongoing investigation, so details are very limited at this time, but a spokesperson for General Dynamics tells me the explosion happened around 8:15 this morning. Now, I did catch up with the Hampton mayor, who tells me this facility is one of the biggest in the area, and it employs a lot of people in his city.
You hear about it all the time, but you think about it, well, that happens somewhere else. It don't happen. It's
Fair
just like
use.
the deal at Fordyce with the Mayor Butcher. You think that happens away from here. It don't happen around here, but it does.
Hampton Mayor Rick Sharon says his thoughts and prayers go out to everyone impacted by Wednesday's explosion.
That's what everybody needs to do, is just pray for the town and the people and the whole area. Remember, the families affected by this out here, especially because, like I say, it has to be a bad deal.
Now, I did reach out to the Ouachita County Medical Center, and they say they treated one of the patients in their ER, and they're now stable. They say the second person injured was taken to an out-of-state hospital. We're continuing to learn more as this investigation unfolds. We'll continue to update you online and on air as we learn more. For now, reporting in Hampton, Brooke Buckner, THV 11 News.
All right, Brooke, thank you. This incident highlights the concentration of defense contractors in South Arkansas, especially around Hampton and Camden.
And promotional materials from General Dynamics indicate that this plant loads the explosives and assembles the warheads for rockets and missiles.
Y'all, as I shake my cup of water, this is water. It sounds a little fishy right here. It sounds a little fishy. A plant that creates the nuclear or the rocket warheads and all that good stuff, all of a sudden explodes. They have yet to say who did it, what for, how they do it. Who did it, why, what was the purpose? Yeah, it's a lot going on. I'll say that much. This is. I'm trying to watch my words because Saints, baby, will shut me down. But read between the lines. All of a sudden, a nuclear plant, a plant that supplies weaponry, and we're about to go into a war, explodes. Putin already said that. I don't think it's an inside job. Putin already said, I'm finna do what I got to do. You got to realize, possibly there are sleeper cells throughout the U.S. because we let so many people in and out of this country. And the accessibility of having access to this country, you don't know who is what and where they are at whatever time, unless you got tracking devices on them. It could have been somebody easily. It could have been a multitude of things that transpire. It's a lot of scenarios here. But because y'all have opened the doors and said, hey, whoever wants to come. And I really believe this is going to be one of the downfalls. Because they don't know who, I don't think they know who did it. And they're keeping it very quiet. I have not seen it. I have not seen it on the news. I haven't seen it on the mainstream news. I've been kind of watching some mainstream news off and on, and I've heard nothing. Like nothing came out of this. One of the biggest plants in Arkansas explodes. And a lot of people are just now reporting on it. Like yesterday, I haven't seen anything. So it makes you wonder what's going on. It's a lot going on. But it's going to be interesting to see as we progress how this is going to play out. How this is going to play out. Because it's just like we're in the midst of it's like everybody's playing along. So it's like everybody's just trying to play the part. So the world doesn't know, but the world does know. The world does know. And it's like y'all just ignoring this transpiring. Then not to mention numerous situations where they have caught different sleeper cells or terrorist groups within the soil, within our soil. And then not to mention a year ago we were talking about how when they were coming in through the border, that they were figuring out that this was not just Mexican people coming into the country through Mexico. They said it was Chinese people, it was African people, it was some Russian people. It was a multitude of people coming in. Y'all, I'm sitting here and I'm not really shocked though. I'm not really shocked. I'm more so of what are y'all's thoughts? Give me some insight in this chat. I really believe we're gonna have something on this soil. I really believe that. I just think so. I think so many, they don't know who is where right now, and I believe that. I don't think they've kept track of the people that are here. They can barely keep track of the what they consider to be the illegals. So what makes you think you can keep track of the rest of the people? I think they've lost track of who is where, and they're not gonna be able to get control of this. Come on, y'all, say something. I sometimes I look at the news. Am I the only one? I just look at the news and just wonder when we gonna get the big news. I sit there just watching and just be like, one day you're gonna turn on the news and it's gonna be something that's just gonna be worse than we've ever. It's just gonna be. It's gonna be interesting. I'll say that much. It's gonna be interesting. I just feel like one day we're gonna look at the news and we're gonna see all hell has broken loose. That's the best way I'm gonna put it. All hell has broken loose, and stay in your houses. Stay in your houses because all hell has broken loose and we can't get it. We can't. I mean, y'all remember the movie Red Dawn? And y'all actually had a dream here recently that while I was sick, one of my days I was sick and I was asleep. And I had a dream that it was like, and I told some people this, it was like I was watching it on a movie screen. And I had a dream that I saw people with parachutes landing on U.S. soil. And they literally put the people in U.S. in their own camps. they had attacked and taken the U.S. over in my dream. And people were in these camps. And it was just that I just remember in the dream, and they were people with parachutes, and they looked like they were Chinese, and they were landing on this soil. And there was so many landing on this soil that they could not get control of the situation. And before you know it, they had overthrown the U.S. government. That was a dream I had. I had that a couple of days ago. And when I had the dream, I wasn't really scared nor shaken. I was more so like, well, Lord, was it the medicine or you showing me something? That's how I looked at it, because I'm like, it's neither here nor there for us, because we tired. We not fighting no wars. They're trying to push draft. They're trying to do all this. And folks just tired. Especially Black people are tired. Best way I can put it. We tired. We tired. So this is not our war. We're not fighting this war. We're staying out of it. Y'all figure this out. But we're tired. And I refuse to let my baby go into anybody's war. Another thing that they have to worry about within this country is internal war. You got a situation where both parties are divided. So it's not only outsiders that they have to worry about, it's insiders as well. Their own U.S. citizens. Their own U.S. citizens they got to worry about. Because their own U.S. citizens even said that if we get attacked, I'm just going to point them straight to D.C. These are white people saying that. They said, we're not finna fight this. We're not finna fight this. People are tired. So I got a situation where everybody's about, Project 2020, what is it? Project 2024 and Agenda 47 and all these different things. And everybody just running scared. And I'm like, this is really They gonna do what they want to do. They pretty much giving the president immunity. We just recently had that passed in the Supreme Court, where the president has immunity, meaning he can stay in office regardless of what the hell he do. He can stay pretty much in office. So right now, citizens are now scared and they're frustrated. And I think they're so used to pushing citizens against the wall and the citizens not fighting back that they've gotten comfortable with doing that. And I really see that U.S. citizens are going to rise up and say enough is enough. One, you're not paying us anymore. People barely can eat. Rent is ridiculously high. Cost of living is a damn nightmare right now. People are tired. People are tired. So not only do they have to worry about external factors, the internal factors are the problem. You know, a civil war. That would be horrible in the middle of a war with the countries. We turn and have a civil war as well, which we like this. Y'all, it's so much going on. You got the Republicans and Democrats. Y'all remember I told y'all a year ago, I said, these folks going to be so mad at each other. In a minute, them ninjas are gonna be rolling in the middle of the floor fighting. And that's where they are right now. I don't think this is a puppet game or a game. It's not a game. I don't think it's scripted. I think they're literally pissed off. People are literally fighting for power right now. They're literally fighting for power, and the elites are watching. They really care less. They're now, if they're doing anything, they're trying to set up their chessboard to play. But what they don't realize is their chessboard they're setting up is the chessboard that the Most High is going to destroy. He's not going to play no games with them. But the country now is just at a point where, and not just the country, the world, where people are now choosing sides. It's getting now where I was walking around today, and me and my daughter are out of town because I hadn't made it to Memphis yet, and we went into downtown Nashville for a second, and we went to get something to eat because I was like, I'm hungry. I finally got something to eat. I just want to get out the house. I've been locked up for the past week. And you see all this American pride stuff walking around, people with flags on their clothes and all that. And I'm looking and I'm like, the delusion is eventually going to wear off. I really believe this is going to be, the last 4th of July where we'll see a 4th of July like this. I just believe it. That's just how I feel. I feel like this country is at the brinks of World War III, which they will never truly say until things get totally out of control. While we're in the midst of going into World War III, it's at the brinks of a civil war. Or not necessarily civil war, but yeah, civil war-ish. It's people choosing sides. Yeah, I just get the vibe. This 4th of July, this is like, not like nothing is exploding. No, I just think that war is in the air, and people who are oblivious to say, "Oh no, ain't nothing gonna happen." I beg to differ. There's so much going on, and I ain't even got to scare y'all. I ain't even got to play videos. That's all I got to do is go to YouTube, find a video. You'll see Democrats scrambling to find a candidate because they're trying to kick Joe Biden out. Joe Biden said he ain't going nowhere. He said he'd be all right. He can still hang on in there. Joe said he ain't going nowhere. And they're fighting. And you got the Republicans who already has a candidate. He has really set, what's crazy is Trump set up the Supreme Court to protect itself. Everybody that's in the Supreme Court more so lean to the conservative side. And I've heard that they're pretty much Trump supporters, that they created the whole thing with the immunity. And y'all know what that means, right? Give me a 1. If you know. Okay. Fair use. I'm gonna play a video and explain what presidential immunity means. And it's dangerous. Literally, the very thing that this they consider this country to be is getting ready to flip the script. So I'll share this with you.
Now to breaking news. The U.S. Supreme Court ended its term today with a landmark decision on presidential immunity. The decision has a direct impact on former President Donald Trump's current legal troubles. CBS 2's Nidia Cavazos is live outside the Supreme Court. Nidia.
Cindy, former President Donald Trump has already declared himself as victorious in this case after the Supreme Court ruling is granting him some sort of presidential immunity from prosecution. In a 6-3 opinion, the Supreme Court ruled Monday that former presidents have absolute immunity from prosecution for official acts related to their core constitutional powers. But the court said there is no immunity for unofficial acts and gave some guidance on how lower courts can draw that line.
For those things that are just within the president's ambit, absolute immunity. For official acts in general, at least presumptive immunity. For unofficial acts, no immunity.
Former President Donald Trump has repeatedly argued that he had absolute immunity.
You have to give a president full and total immunity.
In a scathing dissent, Justice Sonia Sotomayor wrote about the potential dangers of this decision on U.S. democracy. The ruling affects Special Counsel Jack Smith's prosecution of Trump for election interference for his role in the January 6th assault on the U.S. Capitol. The case now goes back to the lower court, which will have to look at what acts are official and what are unofficial.
There is an enormous amount of legal work that is now going to have to unfold over the next several months.
By waiting until July to issue their ruling, the justices have severely reduced the likelihood of Trump standing trial before the November election. Voters in November will likely head to the polls without having seen the former president stand trial in this case. Cindy, back to you.
Nidia Cavazos live in Washington. Nidia, thank you.
So immunity protects any government agent or actor cannot be sued for the illegal act, even if an agent is or actor performed the action is in bad faith. So government immunity, legal protection that exempts a person from liability, punishment, and legal action that would otherwise be applied. So if you're president, you can, I almost cuss, y'all. Pray for me. I'm working on that. You can get away just about with anything. But let me tell you something. The very system that they've created is now the very system that is going to be their own demise. Yeah, it's going to be the demise of them. They've had immunity for how long? How many ninjas have been lynched and nobody was prosecuted? Immunity. This country has been functioning under immunity for how long? Centuries, decades. Nobody has been brought before any type of international court system for the war crimes. U.S. have not been brought before any international court system for the war crimes they committed against us. None. They've not been held accountable by any high court. And the history is blatantly there. What happened to now all of a sudden, since they old, they want to try to do something. But what happened to the white men that blew up that the church with the little girls in it back during Dr. King's time? What happened to the ones that killed Emmett Till? What happened to the ones that killed Medgar Evers? What happened? Y'all been functioning under immunity for hundreds upon hundreds of years. And now the very system that you kept that to protect you all from any type of legal action is now going to come back at you and do what it's going to do. Now the president can do whatever he wants to you. You can dance with the devil for so long before the devil starts making you dance by yourself. They've been dancing with the devil for God knows how long in this country. And again, it's been immunity for hundreds of years. Y'all literally went to a country, stole a people, brought them on the soil, made them work for free, dogged them out, misused them, abused them, put them in captivity, put yokes of bondage on their neck. And nobody has been brought before. No high court has ever brought this before the people and said, hey, we got to deal with this. This is nothing but God's judgment. I'm not upset here about like, oh, President Trump has immunity. Okay, y'all been functioning under immunity for God knows how long. We not shocked by it. There's now the very system y'all created is coming back to bite y'all. Right in, if Doug was up here, he would say the cuss word. I can't say it. But right in the took us. Immunity. And y'all want us to run scared. Why am I gonna run scared? Y'all asked for this. Y'all been living under this. But now since it's not working for you and it's working against you, it's a problem. No. It's gonna go down though. And what's so funny is Putin is just sitting and watching. They think Putin is weak. I think Putin is strategic. And he's finna do nothing right now. If he does something, he gonna do it when he's good and doggone ready. When you least expect it. They said the man is strategic, not stupid. Not weak. The man was trained in he was a KGB agent, so he's very strategic and methodical in what he does. So everybody's just like, oh, he ain't did nothing yet. All right, y'all best not sleep on him because he ain't playing no games, and we all know this. We just saying, look, just make sure we all right. We don't want to get caught in that fight. This ain't our fight. Look. They've been dogging us out for 400 years. This ain't our fight. And that's how we feel. It's a certain air now. You remember 4th of July had an air when we didn't know no better. Now that we know better, you can feel it in the air. And it's like they're trying to hold on to a shred of. And you're sitting here saying, yeah, this isn't pretty. This isn't pretty. He's not playing no games. But yeah, you don't think that he's not watching what's going on here. He's literally watching. Literally watching the breaking down of this system. He's watching it. He's allowing it to devour themselves. So when he steps in, the system is already broken. He ain't finna step in right now. It doesn't make sense. But the moment that it falls apart, that's when he gonna step in and do his thing. He ain't stupid. Like I said, that dream was prevalent. I said, wow, that messed me up. When I woke up, I said, this is crazy. And I literally saw in the dream them hitting the ground. Boom, parachutes. Boom. And as they was hit, people was in shock. People were scared. And they just took everybody and put them in camps and took over the government. And I sat there and I said, oh, Lord, is this the medicine or is this you telling me something? I think it was more so him because I hadn't even taken no medicine. Let me rephrase it. Hadn't taken any medicine. I had gotten past the fever. I had gotten past this. It was like, yeah. But y'all wanted it. Y'all got what y'all asking for. And what they don't realize is November it's about to go down in November. I think November is going to be the most dangerous month. because it's going to be in the midst of this presidential election. It is not going to be pretty. It's not. If Trump doesn't win, I'm just sitting back in my chair, y'all. I will let y'all see me, but right now, my head look a mess. I got to get my hair done. I was so sick, I had sweated my hair back. Y'all, if Trump don't win, November is going to be wild. It's going to be wild. It's going to be wild. That's all I got to say. This presidential election is going to be wild. Whoever wins. If Trump win, they're going to lose it. But if Trump lose, they're going to lose it even more. It's about to go down. It's about to go down. And that's why they're scrambling. And if Trump wins, have y'all ever heard agenda? I'm not even looking at the project thing that they're talking about. Agenda 47. Donald Trump, the Agenda 47. Let me see. Let's run through it. So, Agenda 47. So, Joe Biden prepares to make his first ever trip into the southern border that he deliberately erased. This is from an I share fair use. And y'all can look at this yourselves. Okay, so President Donald Trump declares war on cartels. First and foremost, this is not pretty. So, Agenda 47, ending veteran homelessness in America, which is good. No welfare for illegals. The American academic President Trump announces a plan to revolutionize higher education by shifting excessive large endowments from private institution towards a new institution called the American Academy. I want to see if there's a list because it goes a little bit deeper. Let's see. So let's unpack this. The proposal. Let me see, y'all. This is my first time ever looking into it, so bear with me. Let me stop sharing before I get caught up. You know, they like to play games. Let me see. Shot a video on it. Okay, so let me see. Hold on, y'all. Bear with me. Hold on. So this is from Forbes, is a trusted source, I would say. So fair use. This is what he talked about in 2023. Hold on.
Beginning. Here's just some of the agenda I'll be immediately implementing when it's all of us, when we become 47th President of the United States of America. Before I even arrive at the Oval Office, shortly after I win the presidency, I will have the horrible war between Russia and Ukraine settled. He would have never done it. I know them both. You got to say. When I was on CNN, I said, I want to see whose side are you on? I said, I'm on the side of people not being killed. I'm on the side of hundreds of thousands of people are dying. And I think that's going to be one of the bad things later on when you find out the real number of people dying in that war. You know, they'll knock down a city, they'll knock down an apartment house. They'll say 2 people were injured. They weren't injured. There were hundreds and hundreds of people killed.
See, the problem with him is they can't control him. He will call out those numbers. Trust in his trust. He gonna get in there and call out them numbers. He gonna spill all the tea, all the UST, honey. I just cannot. It's gonna be popcorn fest because he's gonna spill it all. Now, I will enjoy that part when he be talking, baby, because he does not hold back, and they can't control him. They don't like him. So we continue on.
Those buildings don't come down and you have 2 people injured. Big buildings coming down, or buildings that are 1,000 years old with the golden domes. You can never do that. But much more importantly, the people. So many people, tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands. It'll be millions. It's already millions. And it's a very, very sad thing. And the numbers are far bigger than anyone understands. And I'll get that done. I'm the only candidate who can make this promise. I will prevent World War III. I will prevent it.
Fair use.
Nobody else is going to prevent it. Nobody else is going to prevent it. And this will be a war like no other. This is a nuclear war. If you have World War III, it'll be a nuclear war. And this won't be army tanks going back and forth shooting at each other. This will be levels of destruction that nobody's ever contemplated or thought of before. I will totally obliterate the deep state. We started that. We were doing so well. Then COVID came in. And we'll fire the corrupt bureaucrats who have weaponized our justice system and destroying our country. To stop the Marxist prosecutors who release rapists and murderers while persecuting Republicans, conservatives, people of faith, I will direct a completely overhauled DOJ to investigate every radical DA and AG in America.
Woo! Thanks. It's finna be ugly. Y'all, I kid y'all not. This is finna be ugly. I'm gonna keep playing.
For their illegal, racist, and reverse enforcement of the law. I will immediately terminate every open borders policy of the Biden administration. We will seal up our borders like they were when they took office. Week after week, we're watching as Joe Biden's deadly border betrayals take precious, innocent lives. In May, a pack of 5 adult illegal alien and suspected MS-13 animals were arrested in Maryland for brutally murdering a 15-year-old boy and dumping his body in a state park. When the parents saw this, they'll never be the same either. The people that I was with the other night, they'll never be the same. These parents will never be the same. No parent will ever be the same. Just last month, a savage illegal alien who was released into our country by Joe Biden and his crazy, weak orders, and there are no.
I will say this much, y'all. If he gets in office, keep your papers with you at all times. Keep your birth certificate, your social security card, your driver's license, everything on hand, because they will take you up out of here so quick. You won't even have time to get your family to call your family and to come get you, because you are gone. So make sure you got your papers on you. You got your papers. Yeah.
Orders was arrested for raping an 11-year-old girl and strangling her to death after she was raped. Shortly before she was murdered, she texted her father that someone was knocking at the door. He arrived home from work and found his daughter's body stuffed in a laundry basket under her bed. These vicious.
Tired of typing tons of notes during class?
Them little commercials. So here we go.
Border killings must end, but it's only going to get worse because they're letting people in from prisons, from mental institutions. They're letting some of the worst people in the world in. And I tell you, I've met a lot of your law enforcement tonight. We have the greatest people in the world, law enforcement. They know how to do their job. We have to let them do their job. When I'm reelected, we will immediately commence the largest deportation operation in American history.
Baby, when I saw that, I said every person that I know, if you don't look white, you better have your papers on you. That goes for the blacks, Hispanics, any of them. You better have your papers on you. They just gonna be snatching ninjas off the street and just saying, I'm throwing you on the boat and sending you back. Hey, I can't control that. But right now, I ain't trying to. I ain't got the funds to be trying to run into a country I have no idea about. But yeah, they getting ready to because they bringing in stop. I heard they were talking about reincorporating stop and frisk. This all gonna start playing hand in hand. If you ain't got your papers and you even look like, it's gonna start with the Hispanics and it's gonna work down to the blacks. Baby, if you ain't got your papers, you better have them.
But we cannot wait until 2025 to begin stopping this horrible invasion. This is like a military invasion. They're killing hundreds of thousands of people between the drugs that are coming in, the people that are coming in, the crime.
They been
That's why
doing
tonight
it.
I'm calling on congressional Republicans to ban Joe Biden from using a single tax dollar, no taxpayer money, to release or resettle illegal aliens into the United States, starting on the government funding deadline of September 30th. Steve? We take better care of these people, and many of them are criminals, than we take care of our veterans, our soldiers, and spend a lot more money doing it. In New York, many of them are living in luxury hotels that you wouldn't want to go to because you wouldn't want to pay the price. Luxury hotels, it's not even believable. The time for talk is over. Now is the time for action, and they should immediately defund. Time for action. People are tired of talk. People are tired of talk. I said to our First Lady the other night, this is big stuff. They caught Biden getting $10.2 million. That's peanuts compared to what the other numbers. But the guy said, this is big stuff. She goes, oh, well, all right. I said, what do you mean? Well, nothing will happen. We got to let it happen. And I tell Steve and everybody, you got to take care. Our country is being fleeced and robbed by people that have gotten away with things that nobody should be allowed to. And a lot of the Republicans, and they're great people, just period. Democrats too, they feel it. Things should happen to take care of this. When she went, oh, that's good, nothing will happen. And a lot of people feel that, right? A lot of people feel that. We can't have that. And I hope that's why Steve and his friends, because he's got some great ones over there, but I hope the Senate gets tough, because the House has been working hard, but the Senate under this guy, Mitch McConnell, has been a disaster. And they should immediately defund the DOJ and prosecutors who are trying to take conservatives and Republicans out of political races through indictments. and other illegal means. That's what they're doing. You know, if I was in third or fourth place, or if I wasn't running.
Y'all, look, they can both do whatever they want. Just give me my check. I don't want to go nowhere until they give me my check. Like, wait, hold on. So y'all push us out with my check. Y'all got to pay up, pay the piper, give us our reparation. And then once you give us our reparation, we'll go gladly. Gladly go. Be like, bye-bye. If they gave me the option, they said, if we give you reparation, you got to leave this country immediately. Okay. No fighting with me here. Make sure that check hit, though, before I go. The minute once that check hit, I'm out. Y'all can have it. But I need that check, though. He might. If he write that check and say you got to leave out of here, I'm out. I'll be like, thank you. Nothing but a word. I'm hitting that door. You ain't got to hear from me no more.
I'd be living the life of Raleigh. I wouldn't be here with you tonight, but I'd be living I'd have nice houses all over the place. I'd be living a beautiful life. They wouldn't indict me. They indicted me because I'm in first place. And I hate to read those good polls here because every time I read a good poll, they want to indict me again. Maybe I should announce I'm doing horribly. It's horrible. We'll withdraw it. Their goal is to interfere with elections in order to make it harder for Republicans and conservatives to win. Congressional Republicans should also stop the Biden administration from bringing back COVID mandates, lockdowns, or restrictions of any kind by cutting off the money. And in your state, because of your governor, you're not going to have that problem, but a lot of states do. The radical Democrats are trying hard to restart COVID hysteria. I wonder why. Is there an election coming up by any chance? You know, I saw just the other day for the first time, we're thinking about masks again. I said, what's going on? Oh, that's right, there's an election coming up. Now, these guys, they'll do anything.
Are you aware that the starting salary for a cybersecurity expert exceeds $100,000?
Get a little break from that. Y'all, I'm telling y'all, let me put my headphones back on. Hold on. I'm telling y'all, this stuff is tonight. It's every day, y'all. I'm waiting for something. Like something always happening. Something always happening every single day of the week. Every single day. I've yet to cut on the news and I've been like, wow. Every day. Every day. I knew that that election was gonna be a mess. But I just want to see how much of a mess it was gonna be. But yep. Let's go back in and see what this Trump thing talk about. We're gonna go ahead and end it in a minute. Because I don't want to play him for too long. I sound muffled. Okay. Okay. Does it sound better now? Does it sound better? I took my headphones off. Okay. Just my headphones. But let's see what else is going on.
Can't comply because it's bad. And just follow your governor. Follow your governor. On day one of my new administration, I will terminate every Green New Deal restriction that is destroying the U.S. economy with skyrocketing energy costs. Starting with Biden's preposterous electric vehicle mandate. You know, some people want to drive for more than an hour and a half. Sean Fain, you know who that is? The president, and he's a respected guy, president of the United Auto Workers, cannot even think about allowing all electric cars. They will be made, every one of them, in China, and the auto industry in America will cease to exist. And they have to, if they do all electric cars, none of them will be made here. They have all of the minerals, they have all of every form of material, every form of everything they have. We have a thing called gasoline, and they don't have that, but they have to do something. And you know what you really want is you want to, some people like an electric car, some people like, you got to have choice. Hybrids maybe are good, but you got to have choice. They're forcing it. Think of it. California had big blackouts this week, and they had a restriction on electric cars taking any electricity. You believe it? And then they want to go all electric. The whole thing is crazy. There is already a giant EGLOT. We call it an EGLOT. They don't go far along, are very expensive, and the consumer must be given a choice. The consumer wants choice just like we want school choice. We want choice in what kind of a car we buy. So vote for Trump, and I will stop this madness immediately. I will stop it. And, you know, when you think about it, Mexico and Canada love Biden. They love this idiotic policy. That's so good for them. They won't follow suit. And save Michigan and all of the other auto states, because the American consumer just is not interested in doing this. They're not going to do it. They're all over. It's a glut. They call it an EGLOT. But we have to save the American consumer is what we really have to save. I will revoke China's most favored nation status. They have a trade status, most favored, because they say they're a developing country. Well, you know what? We're a developing country, too. We have to redevelop because our country's gone to hell.
I think we get ready to see Thessalonians 1, 5, and 3, where it says, For when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them, as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. So I think right now they're gonna feel like they're fighting for their peace and safety. And the moment they feel like, okay, everything is fine, wham, wham. I just use that sound effect because I like it, so don't talk about it. That's when we're gonna see utter destruction, because that's what this country wants: peace and safety. They don't want to fight. People enjoying their TikToks and their Instagrams and their everything that they like. Um, and they just comfort. They comfortable. They enjoy going to their homes and their lodges and going to play golf and that's when they're gonna see all hell break loose. And the thing is, they're highly upset about Project 25. Yeah, they are, but they're not paying attention to Agenda 47. He's laying out. I ain't going off Project 25. Project 25, yeah, I'm not going to pay attention to that. The problem is Agenda 47. And I'm not going to say it's a problem because, hey, it is what it is. It's getting ready to make a change. He said, make America great again. Yep, that's their goal. Yep. So we'll finish up a little bit of this and then we'll go back.
And we will ban China from buying up America, including American farmland, which you know something about.
Nope, cut out the bag. It's China buying up
On
America's
day one,
farmland.
I will sign a new executive order to cut federal funding for any school pushing critical race theory, transgender insanity, and other inappropriate racial, sexual, or political content on our children. And I will keep men out of women's sports. I will sign a law prohibiting child sexual mutilation in all 50 states. Now think of it. Could you imagine 10 or 15 years ago having some politician, hate to use that term, but I guess that's what I became.
The number one hack to taking your dog almost anywhere. It tore me into pieces to leave.
Fair use, fair use. I forgot to throw that out there. Let me say that real quick. Fair use. Keep saying that.
be a politician, but that's what I became, I guess. But could you imagine saying, I will stop child mutilation? Who would think of this? Child mutilation without parental consent. Can you imagine if you made that statement 10 years ago, they'd say, is this guy crazy? But that's what you have to do. We'll stop child mutilation. And can you imagine having to say that I will also we are going to restore the Trump ban on transgender in the military. We had a ban on transgender because, and I went to generals. I say, what do you want to do? No, sir, please do it. But then you see the same guys on television. Well, I'd like to. They just, it's very sad. I had a ban, and tremendous amounts of drugs are necessary. A lot of other things. You're not allowed to have drugs in the military, so just there. And I love everybody. I mean, I love everybody, but it's not something that works, as people will tell you, as generals will tell you, as people in the military will tell you. So I had a ban, and immediately they released that ban. And, it's not a good situation. Just as I did for 4 years, I will fully uphold the Second Amendment. The Second Amendment is under siege. And I will secure our elections. Our goal will be one-day voting with paper ballots and voter ID. That's all we should.
Wait a minute, hold on. One-day voting, paper ballots, and photo ID. Now he taking them back to the dark ages.
But until then, you got to get out and vote. The way we win is to swamp them. They can only cheat so much. And, a lot of people say, oh, vote early, go vote early, vote Tuesday. They had a vote in Arizona where many of the machines were broken, the Republican machines, of course. For Carrie Lake, there's a wonderful woman, but they had a vote, and they got there on Tuesday, and they stood in line for hours and hours and hours because a big percentage of the machines were not working. Terrible thing. This is what we must do to restore our country to greatness. Together, we are taking on some of the most menacing forces and vicious opponents our people have ever seen. We've never seen it.
So y'all see how them people are riled up, right? Y'all, like I said, I have no appetite. Like I ate a few pieces of the chicken while I was doing this, and I'm done. So whatever's done and killed my appetite. I ain't had appetite in a week. But y'all see how they riled up, right? They riled up and they ready. If Trump doesn't win, hold on. It's gonna be ugly if Trump don't win. If Trump does not win, I think we're gonna see January 6th. January 6th was a snippet, I believe, a snippet of what's to come. You have never seen, since I have been in this free world, per se free world, have seen citizens storm the Capitol building. I've never seen that. When I saw that on TV, I said, yep, here we go. It's only downhill from here. And if he does not get in, y'all, I say, I'm tempted. But the thing is, I'm tempted during the election to go home. And if I'm back in New York, go home and stay with my mama until everything is dies down. Because if that man doesn't win, y'all, them niggas is still out of me. Ninjas are gonna be rioting in the street. I believe they are. Yo, who is this J0? Don't argue with him, y'all. Ignore him. Don't ignore that comment. Where are my mods? Please block that comment. Y'all, this is finna be Yeah. Everything is going, I think, bubble over in November. November is going to be an interesting month. Trump supporters. Ooh, let me see. Hold on. These folks, I can't find a video. I'm gonna look for one. But yeah, these folks are gonna lose it in the middle of the street. They really are. And the Democrats, if Joe win, we go into World War III. It's like either Civil War or World War III. Pick one. If Trump loses, Civil War. If Biden, if Trump, yeah, if wait a minute, Trump loses Civil War. Hold on, Trump loses, yeah, Civil War. Biden, hold on, let me rephrase that. If Biden wins, it'll be World War III. Wait a minute, how did I phrase that? Y'all, hold on, I phrased that wrong. If we either or going, I say that much. If Biden wins, World War III. If Biden loses, well, if Biden wins, it'll be a civil war. If Biden loses, it'll be World War. Well, no, if Biden loses, Trump win. Well, hold on. Either or. Y'all get what I'm saying. I'm tired, y'all. Y'all know I'm tired. If Trump loses, it'll be a civil war. If Biden wins, we going into World War III. That's the best way to put it. War is inevitable. War is inevitable. And if Trump wins, we don't know what's going to happen. It's going to be mass chaos. It's going to be chaos. People going to have their papers on them. Y'all, have you ever seen Killer Clowns from Outer Space? Y'all remember that scene where they had the clown truck and they had a vacuum and it was sucking humans up walking down the street? That's going to be ICE. Y'all, yeah, it's going to be on. It's going to be on. It's going to be on. So much to the point that we just going to be sitting and watching stuff pop off. It's going down. Yep, if Biden wins, it's going to be World War III and Civil War. That's the best way to put it. Yeah. If Trump wins, they're going to kick everybody out the country. Y'all, this is finna be wild. This finna be a wild ride. I ain't scared, though. I ain't worried either. I don't feel like I need to be worried. I feel the judgment is not falling on us. I know the judgment is not falling on us. It's falling on them. So we ain't screwed. They screwed. Talk about we're screwed. Pride of Judah. They're screwed. Yeah, I'm not worried. I'm really not. And am I just crazy? But I'm not really worried. We have no control over what they doing in a system. We really don't. The thing is about this. I know everybody's saying get passport, get passport, get passport. Let's say I get a passport and I run. If we're in a world war, where are you going to run to? That's my question. If we go into a world war, it won't just be contained within the U.S. It's going to be a world war. And then what happens is, as we, not to say don't, get your passport. It's good to get your passport. But as we get closer to a war, one, I'm going to tell y'all something. They start getting stricter on these visas, meaning you're going to have a harder time leaving out. And I heard they're getting strict on their visa policies anyway right now. If we go to war, understand that Africa is going to be on the opposing side. Well, their opposing side, not mine. Their opposing side. Because Africa, not all African nations, but quite a few will side with Putin. And then some African nations might side with the U.S. War there. Then you're going to have, so I'm just saying, you run into anywhere in the UK, war. Germany, war. It's going to be not just a U.S. war. It's going to be a world event. That's why you got to stand and trust the Most High. Now, get your passport, go. That's fine. I'm not stopping anybody from doing anything. But, let's look at this. I just want us to be informed. I gotta find a video or something where I saw that if you have a passport, you still got to get the approval or a stamp, I think, from the country to come in. That's not a COVID cough. I don't have COVID. They tighten up the rules and policies when it comes to going from country to country when we're in a world war. It doesn't ease up until the end of that war. So, you can get a passport and go, but where are you going to go? Pretty much where are you going to go? Again, Africa right now split because you got some Africans that are pro-U.S. Got some African nations that are pro-Russia. If we go to war, those African, I believe some of those African nations are going to be fighting amongst each other. You got Kenya, who's pro-U.S., and then you have Niger, or those other countries that are pretty much. No, I don't have anything. And I bind that in the name of the Most High. I don't have anything. I don't receive that. I am healthy. Don't put that on me. But you're just gonna have all these nations fighting amongst each other. So, yeah. Yeah, I actually have. I've been to the doctor. It's not a lung thing. My lungs are good. It may be acid reflux. That's what they're thinking now. Can y'all believe that this possibly could be acid reflux? So, yeah, they gotta test it out to make sure it is. It's either acid reflux or postnasal. But my lungs are good. So, but I gotta go pick up my acid reflux medicine as well. And weird thing is, I start coughing after I eat. That's weird. I've noticed that when I eat, I cough. So it might be that. But yeah, this should be interesting. It's just a matter of just wherever you are, anchor down where you are, and cry out for y'all for deliverance. So ain't no running. It really ain't. I'm just gonna be honest. Good to have your passport, but if let's say there's a situation where people need to leave the country for whatever reason, because let's say a coup happens or whatever, you really ain't gonna need a passport. Thank you. So, but y'all, yep, that's what they think. I got some type of acid reflux. So, but family, I'm getting ready to go. I've been out here for how long? An hour and 30 minutes. I'm just back. it's just gonna be interesting. It's gonna be interesting. But what are y'all's thoughts? Y'all make comments, and I tell y'all this because you don't see your comments at the bottom of my screen when y'all make comments after I end the video. It's because I have to approve them. So sometimes I move slow with approving comments because one, I haven't checked it, or either I'm going to kind of review it a little longer. But I'm not deleting comments unless the comments are inappropriate. Uh, but um, but yeah. But y'all, have y'all enjoyed this live as calm as I have been? I have not been off the chain on this one. Please tell me if y'all enjoyed it. We're gonna keep it moving. We're gonna keep it going. We're gonna keep on talking about this. Cause yeah, like I said, it's been so much going on with that. I've been watching, but I've just been too weak and tired to respond. So did y'all miss me while I was gone? I missed y'all. Oh man, I'm getting ready to go and spend some time with my kiddo. I'm thinking about going somewhere. I don't know where, because I've been, like I said, trapped in the house for a whole week, or rather, my Airbnb, and I'm ready to get out this house. Well, not this one, but yeah. I'm choking, y'all. All right, y'all. And I was drinking something, got choked, getting ready to drink, and got a little choked. But yeah, thank y'all so much for joining me. I've enjoyed this. I will talk to y'all much later on. Y'all keep watching the news. Heck, if y'all run across something and I ain't talked about it, send it to me and I'll look at it. All right, well, family, thank y'all, and I will talk to y'all later. Have a good one and get some rest and be careful out in these streets tonight.